Good evening, everyone. Today is Monday, June 16th, 2025, and this is a regular meeting of the Asbury Park Planning Board. Chairwoman Kurzak, can you please call this meeting to order?
Yes, this meeting is being held in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the Coaster and the Asbury Park Press by publication of the annual meeting notice and posted on the Municipal Building Board and municipal website. All notices are on file with the board secretary. Official action may be taken on the following matters before the board. This meeting is being recorded by APTV for your viewing pleasure. Please join me in the salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
James Bonanno is absent. Councilwoman Clayton?
Here.
Jim Henry is absent. Jeremy Hoffman is absent. Mayor Moore?
Here.
Jen Souter?
Here.
Daniel Shenameo is absent. Bob Zuckerman?
Here.
Kathy McLaughlin? Here. Vice Chair Mike Goonan?
Here.
And Chairwoman Barbara Kurzak.
Here. The first item is a resolution for 527 Bangs Avenue. Can I get a motion for approval of this resolution?
Just for FYI, the eligible members are Barbara Kurzak, Yvonne Clayton, Jennifer Souter, John Moore, Daniel Shenameo, Kathy McLaughlin, and Michael Goonan.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Barbara Kurzak?
Yes.
Yvonne Clayton?
Yes.
Jennifer Souter?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Catherine McLaughlin?
Yes.
Michael Goonan?
Yes.
Next one is the resolution for the views at North Shore. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Michael Goonan?
I'll second.
And actually, Bob is not eligible to vote on this one.
Oh, no.
So,
Yes, he is.
did you second?
You have him down
He
there
is?
as eligible
On which one? The views?
on the views.
Views North Shore.
I was
Oh,
here.
you're correct.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, so we got,
I don't think I
and Bob, gotcha, okay. Jennifer Souter?
Yes.
Bob Zuckerman?
Yes.
Catherine McLaughlin?
Yes.
Vice Chair Goonan?
Yes.
And Chairwoman Barbara Kurzak?
Yes. All right, the next item up is an application for 1201 Memorial Drive. The applicant has requested this application to be carried to July 21st, 2025. Can I get a motion to approve without notice?
Was this on for this evening?
It was,
originally the
but it's been asked to be moved, so
That's fine.
don't we need
Yeah,
a,
you need a motion to a date certain, time certain.
right,
You're not going to ask them to renotice.
No.
no.
They
Okay,
do
that's
not.
fine.
No,
Okay, just
we're-
make sure we cover the bases.
You're right, we're looking to carry this application to July 21st, 2025 at a regular normal planning board meeting at 7 PM.
Okay.
Motion to carry to 7:21 without notice.
Second.
Okay. Councilwoman Clayton?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Jen Souter?
Yes.
Bob Zuckerman?
Yes.
Kathy McLaughlin?
Yes.
Vice Chair Goonan?
Yes.
And Chairwoman Kurzak?
Yes. All right, the next one, application, we have 607 and 611 Sewell Avenue.
Yes, Madam Chairwoman, I've looked at the notices. They're in proper form. We have jurisdiction to proceed this evening.
Terrific.
Hi, good evening. For the record, my name is Lisa John Basta with the law firm of Chiesa, Shahinian, and Jantomasi on behalf of the applicant. Would you like me to start?
Go for it.
Okay. All right, so the application that's before you this evening is seeking minor site subdivision approval to adjust the lot lines between lots 13 and 14 in block 2604 in the city. The lots are located in the city's R3 zoning district, which has a minimum lot area of 5,000 square feet. In their current configurations, one lot is oversized and the other is undersized, so the purpose of the subdivision is to readjust the lot lines so that they're both conforming lots. I'll also just add that the applicant is not intending on developing these lots himself. The sole purpose of the subject application is just to create two conforming lots so that in the future, they can be developed with either a one-family home or a two-family home without the need for variance relief. He does intend to sell the lots, and the new owner would be responsible for obtaining any sort of approvals or building permits for the development of the lots. So to discuss the application tonight, we only have one witness, Craig Black, who was the preparer of the subdivision plan and is sitting next to me to my right. If it's okay, I'd like to have him sworn in.
Yes, just 1 second. Just for anyone that's in the public that has not been here before, and just to make sure you're familiar with the process, is that as soon as this witness finishes their testimony, we will allow any kind of questions based on what the witness has said from the public. After that, after all presentations are finished and all summarizations are finished, there's a 3-minute comment that the public can have based on this application as a whole. So just so that you know where we're going, but go ahead.
Thank you.
Sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell it.
Craig Black, C-R-A-I-G-B-L-A-C-K.
Okay, I'd like to swear in my staff as well. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your names for the record and your affiliation with the board.
Donna Miller, board planner.
Sam Avakian, board engineer.
All right, Elise.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Brown, very briefly, can you state your professional and educational background for the board?
I graduated Rutgers, civil engineering degree, minor in marine science, and have my professional engineering license. Went back to school, went back to NJIT, have another BS in surveying engineering technology, and I'm a professional land surveyor in New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia.
And is your license presently current?
Correct.
And have you been accepted as an expert in your field by other boards in the state of New Jersey?
Yes.
I asked to be accepted as an expert in surveying and site engineering.
Have you ever been here before? In front of us?
No.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you.
It's yours.
And you were the preparer of the plans that were submitted to the board in advance of tonight's hearing, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, then, if you can, maybe we should start with discussing the existing conditions of the property and its surrounding location.
Yes, so I have an aerial exhibit, but I'll talk before we can pull that up. It's currently a vacant lot. It's a non-conforming lot, so with this subdivision, we're going to create two conforming lots. It's an R2 zone, and the lots being created, again, are going to be in conformance with the zoning regulations. We'll take a moment. So across the street, you have the Monroe Apartments. Most of you are familiar with the area. Across the street, you have the Monroe Apartments. And within the 200-foot area map, when we pull that up, you'll be able to see it's all residential. And to the north, it's the R2 zone, and as I mentioned, our lot is R3 zone. And we'll be creating conforming lots, whereas they're now non-conforming.
Well, let's just go through
Wait
it.
a second.
There was plans that were submitted before the board. This was really just an overview of where the property is located, but really that was the only thing that we were showing anyway. We intended to do was an aerial. I think you are all aware of the
Why don't we mark your, is it a subdivision map? Want to make it A1.
A1?
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect.
And then they'll have a copy, you'll have a copy. If you don't get that, there you can testify from that.
Perfect.
Walk yourself through it.
And so A1 shows the proposed minor subdivision. And we've received new lot numbers It's proposed lot 1301 and lot 1401. And we have the comment letter back from Mr. Avakian.
Craig, before
Sorry.
you keep going, so we have an existing lot 13 and that's 7,400 square feet and 74 feet wide, is that correct?
Correct.
And existing lot 14 is 4,150 square feet and 41.5 feet wide, is that correct?
Correct.
And the proposed lot configurations for what we've received and you have verified, or our client has verified with the tax assessor, that the new block and lot designations post the lot line adjustment would be lot 13.01 and 14.01, is that correct?
That's correct.
And the lot area of each of the lots post subdivision would be 5,775 square feet, is that correct?
Yes.
And the minimum lot area for the zone is 5,000 square feet, accurate?
Yep.
And the width of the lots would also each be 57.75 feet wide. And the minimum width is 50 feet in the zone, correct?
Correct.
And what was shown on the subdivision plan, there was also a box showing a buildable area where a house can go, and it shows that a house could be built on each of the individual lots that fully conforms to the bulk standards for the zoning district. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Okay.
The setbacks showing that.
And should we put that into evidence? I'm assuming
It's A1.
is it,
Yeah, that's A1, the subdivision map. Oh, I don't know what that is.
that's the aerial?
That was the area that we intended to show,
Yeah,
but.
that's informative, but
Yeah.
A1 is definitely the subdivision map. You can make that A2 if you want.
A2, the aerial map?
Okay?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
That's what you like, is that what you want?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so essentially, that's the subdivision that's before the board this evening, correct? And we also received review letters, and we received an Avakian engineering review letter, May 16th, 2025. Can you discuss that letter and if the applicant's able to comply with the comments?
Yeah, so we reviewed the letter from Mr. Avakian. Again, this is an application for a subdivision. Most of the comments, all of the subdivision comments can be addressed, and the other comments that are relative to development aren't applicable at this time because we're not looking to develop the two lots, we're just looking to subdivide.
Can you just, go ahead.
I'll just jump in. So I agree with Craig. We lie more on the conservative side when we do our reviews. I would recommend that the removal of the wall be done. Traditionally, if you have an improvement on a lot, whether it's a dwelling or accessory structure, something we ask that it's removed just in case it soils. This is a concrete wall and it's not that big of an improvement. And the other comments really referred to, and I do agree that it's not being developed at the time. The apron is right in the middle of our subdivision line. It's not a big deal to improve this. With that being said, it's just in the future. That's a different application, so I understand. I just want the board to be aware of what's going on.
And we agreed to that condition to remove the wall.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, so there's a wall that happens to be in the middle of the new lots.
Good.
Yeah.
It's in the middle, so we're gonna remove that, so that'll be a condition
Craig, get it on that.
that we have. And can we go over once again about the driveway apron? Because right now there is a driveway apron that exists on the most easterly lot. Does that does that go over the property line of the westernly lot?
It will overlap.
Does it now? Right now it overlaps? I mean, it will.
No.
No, right
If this
now-
gets approved, it will overlap.
Yes.
So what do we do about that?
We don't have to do anything until the city receives an application for development of one of the lots.
Okay? So let's go through that. One of them wants to be developed. Who takes care of the apron? Because now you have half an apron.
The developer will reconstruct sidewalk and curb cut to suit the new lot. So
Okay.
that means he's gotta take out this one.
So whoever's
and open
first,
new.
so who's ever first gets to
Right.
do that, or has to do that.
Correct.
Because
Okay,
the apron is not on the property, right? It's in
It
the right of way.
is.
It's in the right of way.
It's in the right of way.
but,
But my point is, because it's in front of,
right, it's in front of.
whoever goes first can still.
Whoever goes
work
first
on
has to
it.
go.
Yeah, you can still
Okay.
work on the other side of the thing.
Okay. All right. So that does not have to be a condition here. Okay. So the only one that you're saying that is, that's required is number 4 on the general comments? Is that what?
They said that they would go with that, which is nice, that's not what we did. Like I said, tradition, it's a wall, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Traditionally, the comments more so
All right.
for the structure, but yeah, if they're willing to do that, I think it's a positive for the board
And again,
Okay.
because the wall extends
into the lot.
over the new lot line,
Mhm.
both new lots would be encumbered by that wall. So it would be better if it were removed prior to development, because again, that who's first, who's second.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we understand that and we agree to that condition.
okay.
Okay, and then we also have the Clark Heinz review letter dated June 2nd, 2025, and can you address that letter? I think it was the general comments. We had
Basically,
the
yeah.
existing driveway that we went through, and then, seemed like there was another.
So there's street trees you're required to do, which, again, could be part of lot development before they get application to develop the lots. They would have to incorporate the street tree into that development plan.
Right, as long as there aren't any other variances that are required, this can be just taken care of.
Administratively.
Right.
And then, unless they want to pay the fee, in which case whoever comes along, whenever they come along, it'll be paid for, they don't have to actually put the tree themselves. I think the only other thing that is of concern to me is that the utilities be underground that serve the building. That should be a condition of subdivision.
Well, so to address that, I don't know how that can be a condition of subdivision approval because we're just adjusting lot lines and then the applicant is looking to sell the lots. So where the utilities are gonna go would be
It's not where they are.
Isn't there a municipal ordinance that requires the utilities to be underground?
No,
No, I thought somebody.
that's what I've been discovering.
Okay, fine, I just want to clarify that, okay?
I'm not saying where on the lot, it's just that they need to be served underground.
yeah, I just don't know how that, I mean, I understand as far as new development and if you're getting a building permit and the like, but I don't know how that plays into an actual just, truly what this is just a lot line adjustment.
While that may be true, it's like, Jack, this is something that we had discussed, that we say that whatever comes from here goes with the property,
Yes,
so that whoever gets the property has to abide by the utilities being underground.
yeah, it's not just a lot line adjustment, it's truly a subdivision.
Oh, yes, I agree. It's a
So,
minor
I think
subdivision,
that-
but at the same time, there's absolutely no development that's proposed at this point in time. And so it would be the burden of who's ever acquiring the property to do that. And I don't know what their plan is, and maybe there is a municipal ordinance to do that. And if they can't comply with it, they have to come back. But I don't know how that gets perfected at all as part of a subdivision
And a
approval.
resolution that a future development will require the utilities to be underground.
Are you?
Sure, that's fine. If they want to come back and modify the condition related to
That's up
that,
to
then they
them.
would come back and modify the
You're
condition.
doing this by deed?
Yes,
Okay, so put it in your deed.
fine.
What happens if the JCP&L says we can't do it underground?
Well, then JCP&L, well, they'll win.
Well, actually,
No, we-
I would,
Right, so
right, I
that's why
also
we're
paused to put in a
addressing this now.
deed, because once you start putting in the deed, now this is like a covenant that runs with the land that you might have to go to Chancery Court to
Okay, and we'll
take
just
out.
leave it in the resolution.
The utilities
Why
are
are we holding
really,
these lots to a different standard than the empty lots on either side?
They're asking for permission of something.
Yeah.
You can't,
But if this is
it's
something we
entirely
want, it should be
discretionary
in
with
the,
you.
it should be a zoning regulation. It shouldn't be,
It's entirely discretionary with the board, whether you want it or not, you don't have to have it.
But, and also, just for the record, this is a fully conforming application. We're not asking for any sort of variance relief whatsoever. What we're actually doing is to make these lots more consistent with the surrounding area and the zoning code. So we're going from an oversized and an undersized to both oversized 2 lots. There's absolutely no development that's proposed at this point in time, so I would kindly ask and respectfully ask that this not be placed as a condition of approval.
That's something that the board will have to decide if they want to put that in there or not.
addressing, and may I add, just addressing the utilities prior to the development application, it will cause more issues than not, right?
But it wouldn't cause issues to you.
Cart before the
This owner.
horse.
We always encounter problems with JCP&L. Whatever we say, they always come back, the applicants are always coming back and saying utility companies won't do this.
Right.
And we do what the utility
And we
companies
have,
want us to
so
do.
utility lines are overhead on the street frontage, so all they would do is come down off the pole and go underground to the house.
It's up to you.
But that should be on the person who buys it and develops. It shouldn't be on the person selling it.
It's your right of way,
But,
it's the city's right of way.
correct,
Want it to
and
look
so
like-
the two lots on either side of it, we're not making them.
No, I'm just, well.
Yeah.
When they come in, I don't know.
So I don't like overhead wires. I wish the city had no overhead wires. But
We have them.
we have them, and I just feel like it's not fair to require these two lots to do something we're not requiring everybody else to. If we want to require everybody to change the zoning, I'm on board, but we haven't done that, so I feel like just because they want to move a lot line,
Right,
we're gonna burden them with
I agree.
new regulation.
Okay.
Why are we doing it then? Sorry, I have a moment.
How does anybody else on the board, how do they feel about it? Do they rather it not be included in a request for the future owner?
Question. Is there a way for the city, once the applicant sells one of the lots and someone wants to develop it, is there a way for the city at that point, in the construction phase, to mandate that the utilities go underground?
Not unless there's a city ordinance or code that would require it. If there's no requirement, no.
So the only time to mandate it is now, you're saying? Or
Unless the city wants to make that a zoning
Unless the city
requirement.
wants to make it a uniform condition.
If they want to make it in the future.
We can't
Right, so.
anticipate that will be the case.
And I also respectfully state that I don't believe that it actually is within the board's purview to place this condition on, because it's not within your code, it's not a requirement, and what's before you is a fully conforming application. At this juncture, it's questionable whether the board would even have discretion to deny this application, because it is creating two fully conforming lots with no development proposed at this point in time.
That's correct. The board can't deny the application.
Oh, no, I don't think that that's the intention.
It's conforming.
No,
Right.
I guess the question is,
Can you
condition or
add this
not?
condition in or not? That's a discretionary call on your part.
Right.
You vetted it, it's up to you guys.
I was just going to say, I'd love to see all of our wires underground,
Right.
but I think we're penalizing this property owner when we're not doing it to anybody else, to say you have to put your wires underground. I don't think it's,
I get it, that's a very fair statement. But it just depends on if the board will feel that all future developments that will be coming in front of us, we want to put that in, then we're turning a corner.
Actually, if you're gonna put it in all future developments, you should have an ordinance.
I understand that, and I feel that we should
Don't want
personally,
mandated by
but
fiat.
if we don't feel that that should be, well, that is something that we're doing for the master plan's coming, and it's coming fast. So that is something that we could put into the master plan.
yes,
Okay,
I would agree with that.
all right.
And we should.
Right.
All right, anybody else that feels differently? No? Bob?
So can I just clarify, are we going to the point that this is not going to be a condition of approval, and the city will take
We're-
further?
They're discussing.
We're still talking.
Whoever moves
Okay.
the application, if they make it a
Right.
condition, and if it flies, it flies, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay, I just, again, state for the record, we have a fully conforming application. We have no variances that we're requesting. It's not an ordinance today. I legally do not believe that the board has the authority to impose this condition, but I think you understand our position and
course.
you get it. Thank you.
We understand.
So
Anything?
there's 7 of us here tonight, right? So 3 have already said they shouldn't have to do it, so if a 4th one says no, we can move on.
I agree that it should go into the master plan,
Oh,
that
no-
process.
Nobody's
I agree
nobody's
that
fighting
it
on
should go there, and that we should push that as an ordinance going to the
Okay.
future. I'm in agreement with that. Because we need to go there, and it's just a matter of when. Okay, all right. Any other, are we finished with the presentation?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Any other statements or questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Anything? Okay. Motion to open public's comment session?
So moved.
Open, anyone in the public would like to speak? Questions? Statements about this application? Motion to close. Public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, I'd like to propose, I would like to have a motion, I'd like to make a motion to approve this application with the condition of the removal of the cement wall.
Second that.
Councilwoman Clayton?
Yes.
Mayor Moore?
Yes.
Jen Souter?
Yes.
Bob Zuckerman?
Yes.
Kathy McLaughlin?
Yes.
Vice Chair Gunnin?
Yes.
Chairwoman Kurzak?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All
We
right.
really appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll do a special meeting next, right?
Right. Then our next meeting is the 30th, on the 30th? 7 o'clock? Is it 7 o'clock? That's a special meeting
For the housing,
for the Housing Authority, right?
for,
Housing plan?
Yeah, what's the date again?
Plan.
Fair share.
Affordable housing?
The housing fair share.
Affordable.
What's that, the date again?
They call it fair share.
What's the date again?
Housing.
The thing that takes.
Sorry, that's McManus, yes. Making the presentation. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Because I have it.
Motion to adjourn.
Barbara, second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I don't know if there's somebody.